Do you have? Okay, great. So there is a very small, very easy story. Okay, and there are some phrases which are in bold letters. You have to write down the meaning of every phrase in your own words. Okay, that's what exactly I want. So then we will discuss them, and then you will write a short story. If you want, you can use those phrases, or you can use anything you want, like some idiom you like, some phrase you like, some collocation you like. So anything you like, you can put that in your story and you can read out to the class. So I'm expecting a lot of children, like, who want to come up and read the story. So what we are going to do is, we are going to start with this. It is going to be a fun activity, and at the same time, we are going to learn reading and writing. Okay, both the things. So this is the name. Okay. Now, there are, like, few, we can say, kind of a mistake. It's written like there is no space. So you put a slash here because there should be a space, or you just put, like, there should be space. So accomplished. So we need this space. Okay. There is no space in it. Please put the space here. That is one thing where you have to make a correction. And then you come down to the last line. It's paratha carefully. Paratha. Again, there is no space. So you have to make a space in this also. Like, you will make a space here. So you need paratha and space. Carefully is like two different words. And so you need a space. So, and accomplished and paratha. So there were two things which need space. Okay. So now you can start reading it, and every phrase that has been in bold, that has to be, you will write down. You have a sheet, you can write down at the bottom, or you can write down at the back, and you write down its meaning in your own words. Do that. Okay. And time yourself. There are 10 of them, so I think so you don't need more than 10 minutes. So maximum, I'm trying to say. Now, Laksha loved parathas. Who will come and read this? Who wants to come out and read? Okay. I can see Abel House, first bench. Yes, please come. What happened to Emmy? Okay. Please come and read out.
Laksha loved parathas. One Sunday, she decided to make some delicious parathas for herself. Just for kicks, she decided to toss one in the air like an accomplished chef. She threw it up, but instead of landing in the plate, the paratha flipped and shot out of the window. Laksha ran outside and saw her dog Bruno sweep it up and bolt. She ran after the dog, smiling and calling, "Hey, that's my breakfast." The dog sprinting to the far far end of the garden and stopped near the chair where Grandma was feeding breadcrumbs to her feathered friends. She laughed heartily, seeing Bruno, and said, "Looks like he found a snack." Aksha sighed and smiled as she patted Bruno. "Hey friend, enjoy it." She returned back to the kitten, and this time she flipped the paratha carefully straight onto her plate.
Very nice. Okay. So, some kind of pauses need to be better, but otherwise very well read. So, Laksha, love, please see how I'm reading. Okay, so that you know pauses ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. Very good. Thank you, beta. You read very well. So, Laksha loved parathas. There is a full stop, so we need a pause here. One Sunday, she decided to make some delicious. Nobody will say delicious. It is delicious. Okay, everybody please say delicious in your mind. Delicious parathas for herself. Just for kicks, she decided to toss one in the air like an accomplished chef. She threw it up, but instead of landing in the plate, the paratha flipped and shot out of the window. Laksha ran outside and saw her dog Bruno. Here we need a gap between her and dog also, okay? Her dog Bruno sweep it up and bolt. She ran after the dog, smiling and calling, "Hey, that's my breakfast." The dog sprinted to the far end of the garden and stopped near the chair where Grandma was feeding breadcrumbs to her feathered friends. She laughed heartily, seeing Bruno, and said, "Looks like he found a snack." Laksha sighed and smiled as she patted Bruno. "Hey, friend, enjoy." She returned back to the kitchen, and this time she flipped the paratha carefully, straight onto her plate. So what you have to do, you have to read the story carefully, and then all the phrases in bold in your own words. So start, your task starts now. Okay? And quickly, everyone. जो जो मीनिंग आपको अपने अपने वर्ड्स में लिखते जाओ फटाफट फटाफट everything that is bold. Okay? Just for kicks. What do you think it means? Just for kicks. Okay. Arjun House, I can see a hand raised. Please come forward. Last bench. Please.
Just for fun.
Very good. So just for kicks. Okay. This doesn't work here. So let's get a very something like, nice color. Yeah. So just for kicks. Okay. So it is just for fun or entertainment. Yes. Okay. Just for fun. Just for entertainment. So she decided to, what did she decide to do? And it is impulsive, like spontaneity, like एकदम उसी टाइम दिल कर आता है, like चलो मैं ऐसे करूं. कोई planning नहीं थी. There was no planning behind it that today when I will make paratha for myself, I'll flip it in the air. No such thing. Okay. So toss one in the air. What does it mean? Toss one in the air. Who will answer this? The same child? Okay. I want more children. Yes. Abel, the boy who read. Please come forward. Yes, the boy who just read. Yeah, please come. Abel. I want more children to raise their hands. Easy breezy things.
Toss means like we just flip in the air.
Excellent. So toss one in the air. So it is like, toss. Toss one in the air. So it's like through. You throw it in the air. Okay? हम toss भी तो करते हैं ऐसे. Why do we call it a toss? And you must have seen in cricket. Okay, that have a toss like that. So something which is tossed, like just throw it, but not with like force. You throw it casually. Okay, जैसे आपके shoes हैं. When you go home, you toss your shoes, like उठा के जैसे फटाफट पैर से उतार दियो. So just tossing things. Okay, so toss one in the air is gentle, like gentle and not like a more careless act, like just ऐसे. So she just tossed one in the air. So what will you call it? Carelessly throw. Okay. Gently throw. In the air. And I want all of you to write all these. Okay, all of you to write all these because I want you people to use these things in your speech. then you will be like a pro. Like, you know, it will be like a very, very natural way to speak English. Okay. So I went home, I tossed my, like, you know, sweater on the bed. Then I tossed my shoes, like, you know, you can use things. I just tossed my bag on the chair, like, you know, things like that. So you can use things. हम घर जाते हैं ना कभी भी, we are in such a hurry, you remove your, if you have a school tie, I don't, yeah, you do. So you remove your tie and just toss it sometimes or stuff like that. Okay. Like accomplished chef. Who is an accomplished chef? Okay, very good. Grammy, I can see so many hands raised. Middle row, I can see a hand raised, and there is one on my right also. So one of you can come and tell on my right side. On my right, not your right. Yes. Yes, beta, aajo. Come. Accomplished. I'm just writing here. What? Who's an accomplished? Very good. Chef. Okay. Chef. Please always pay attention to how I say the word. Okay. Chef. It's just one. It's like, you know, I am asking all of you, sound ke saath clapping karo. Like, it's like just one sound. Chef. Okay. Whenever you have a vowel, there is a sound. So, like, you know, one word. Chef. Chef. So this way your pronunciation will become better and better. So we are working here to make language as natural as it can be for all of us. Okay. So here, so accomplished chef is a professional chef, a very good cook, a very good cook. Okay. So we can write down a very good cook. So this is an accomplished chef. So you must have seen, like, you know, sometimes very good cooks, they will take a pan and if they're making an omelette or they're making a pancake, they'll just flip it in the air. So probably Laksha was trying to imitate that person or copy that person. She must have seen it somewhere and she might have decided to do that. Yes, I can see a hand raised in Dronacharya. Dronacharya, I cannot see the whole class. I can see only like few children. If you are on my left, okay, to your teacher's left, then I can't see you at all. I can't see that side of the class. Okay, I can see a hand raised in Dronacharya. Please come forward. Landing in the plate. What does it mean, landing in the plate? Please keep writing these. As I tell you, these are all ready reckoners. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Dronacharya, for making things better for me and yourself. Yes. So landing in the plate, what does it mean? Landing in the plate. Who will come and answer this? Dronacharya, I could see hands raised, so I want that girl to come forward and answer it. Landing in the plate. So what happened? Okay. Arjun, if you're not, Dronacharya is not answering, then I'll have to call someone from Arjun. Arjun, on my right, last two girls have raised hands. One of you can come.
Ma'am, the answer of shout out of window is shouting loudly.
Read the word again. S-H-O-T. Read the word again carefully. Read the word carefully. She threw it up, but instead of landing in the plate, the paratha flipped and shot. It is shot. Okay. S-H-O-T. It's shot out of the window. So would you please tell me what does it mean?
That it gone out of the window.
Very good. It flew out of the window. Okay, just flew out of the window. Okay, landing in the plate. That child had come to say a landing in the plate, but did not say. Could you please tell me what does landing in the plate means? What is a landing? Okay, Bharat Ratna, I can see so many hands raised. Yes, please come. Come. Middle row, third bench, second bench. There is a girl who has raised her hand. Aja. Landing in a plate. Yeah, to come down in the plane. Now, have you seen when the plane is coming down, we say it is landing. Okay, so the landing word is used when something from above comes down. Okay, he jumped and landed on a dog. He jumped over the fence and landed on a rock. So when you come from somewhere up and you come down, then it is called landing. Okay, like the plane lands. And there is another landing also. जब आप सीढ़ियां चढ़ते हो, okay, when you are going upstairs and वहां पे बीच में एक बहुत बड़े ऐसे स्क्वायर सी जगह आती है जहां पे सीढ़ियां खत्म हो जाती है, then you stop there and then you go again up. That place is also called landing. Okay, so you go up the stairs, you come on the landing, then you go further up. फिर और stairs होते हैं. And all the सीढ़ियां जो अंदर होती हैं, कोई बिल्डिंग के, कोई घर के, there are stairs. जितनी सीढ़ियां बाहर होती हैं, there are steps. There are steps. Okay, so this is the major difference. Please keep writing all this and remember when you use the right word. Okay, you don't use stairs when you're outside. अब आपके स्कूल में probably you have bleachers. Bleachers होते हैं ना? When you go in the school ground, there are steps made. There are steps made where when you are watching some sports or something. I don't know if you have them in your school, but all the schools where I taught, we always had bleachers. When they are inside, you can see like this, they are bleachers. When they are outside, we call them bleachers or we can still call them steps. Okay, so this is the major difference between steps and staircase. Yes, so landing is when something comes down. So she flipped it up, it came down, but instead of landing in the, it went out of, shot out means flew out of the window. Laksha ran outside and saw her dog Bruno sweep it up and bolt. What is the meaning of sweep it up and bolt? Who will tell the meaning? Sweep it up and bolt. Sweep it up and bolt. What does it mean? What does it mean? Sweep it up and bolt. Anyone? I can see some hands raised. Yes. Granny, I can see a hand raised. Middle row. Aajao, fatafat, come.
Ma'am,
Yes. What? Sweep का मतलब क्या है?
Ma'am, keep in the mouth and run number.
I can't. The clarity is not there. Could you please?
Keep down. Ma'am, keep in the mouth and run number.
Yes. Sorry, beta. I am not able to understand.
Ma'am, keep saying keep in mouth and run up.
Mouth में डाला. Ma'am, could you please repeat?
Ma'am, you saying keep in mouth and run up.
Okay, keep it now. Yeah, sweep is like here. You know, see the word some sweep तो हम झाड़ू लगाना भी बोलते हैं. Sweep the room. Okay, but यहाँ पे sweep का क्या मतलब है? The thing that means sweep means here is grab. फटाफट, yes, उसने पकड़ लिया अपने mouth में या probably like you know in his paws. We don't know. He just grabbed. So यहाँ पे है grab. Grabbed it. Okay, so he grabbed it and up and bolted and bolt. So she saw that he just swept it up, like quickly grabbed it and bolted. Okay. So gather it up or grab it up or gather it up, like, So sweep also means jharu lagana. Okay. And pocha lagana is, you all know, mop. So here jharu, here, see how the words, the meaning changes. And bolted ka kya matlab hoga? What did it do? What did the dog do? You know, even if you don't know the meaning, when you read the passage, when you read the story, from the next line, you can just understand the meaning. Okay, it's so clear. Yes, so what is it? Okay, Arjuna, middle row, last bench. I want to know, what does bolted means? Sorry, Bacha, I didn't see you, the one who was standing in front. I later realized.
And run at high speed.
Yes?
Run at high speed.
Very good. Okay, so run very fast. You must have seen, like, when dogs, they get something, they just dash, they just rush. Okay, so he just ran. Okay, now, where did he go? She ran after the dog. So who? Laksha ran after the dog, smiling and calling, hey, that's my breakfast. Okay, so she was like, do you think she was mad at him, at the dog? She was angry with the dog? No, she wasn't. Okay, yes. Now, next one. The dog sprinted to the far end. What does it mean? The dog sprinted to the far end. Yes, I can see hands raised in Grammy. On my right. On my right. There's a boy who's raised his hand, Grammy house. I think so. Second bench, Ajo. Yes. On my right. Yes. Not your right. Your left.
And run very fast to the far end.
What is far end?
बहुत दूर.
दूसरा कोना. आप जहां भी बैठे हो, जैसे ये आपकी क्लास में है, यस, तो आपकी क्लास में से जो बिल्कुल आपसे दूसरा कोना होगा, दूर वाला, दैट इज द फार एंड ऑफ द क्लासरूम. ओके, सपोजिंग यू आर सिटिंग इन द बैक, so the far end is like, of the classroom is your, like, front kona, as it, the far end. So probably the garden where he was, to the far end, like, दूसरे कोने में. Okay, sprinted is another word which is used for fast running, sprinting. Okay, so we always say he's a sprinter. This is kind of a athletic race also. Sprinting is also an athletic race. Okay, very good. So far end of the garden. Thank you, Beta. And stop near the chair where grandma was feeding breadcrumbs. What are breadcrumbs? बहुत common name है, but still we need to know it. What are breadcrumbs? I'm sure many of you like to cook and you know the meaning. Bharat Ratna, I can see a hand raised. Please do come forward. I can see a hand raised. What happened to Booker House today? Yes, Booker? Nobody. Next answer I want from Booker. And Dronacharya. And Grammy. इतने बड़े-बड़े नाम रखे हुए हैं. So you should. Yes. Okay.
And small pieces of bread.
Are there small pieces of bread? Yes. But I'll tell you something. Yes, there are small pieces of bread, but breadcrumbs are like, we use for different kind of, like, when we want to bake something, we want to fry something to get add crispiness. So they are basically stale bread. बासी ब्रेड होती है ना, जब वो हार्ड हो जाती है तो उसको मिक्सी में चॉन करके उसके छोटे छोटे क्रम्स बना लेते हैं. Okay, that is called bread crumbs. Very good. Otherwise, we can also say कि छोटे छोटे bread के pieces. Very nice. Who are feathered friends? Who are feathered friends? Okay, Grammy has raised a hand again. I can see. Okay, middle row. There are two children who have raised hands. One of you can come and answer. feathered friends?
Members.
Very good. They have feathers, and when you have like feathered friends, this is like a way of saying, like she was feeding the birds. Instead of saying feeding the birds, she was feeding her feathered friends. Okay, very good. Now she laughed heartily. Laughed heartily. Heartily. Heartily is another word, and heartily is another. Heartily. Arjuna, I can see on my left, there's a boy who's waving. Ajapit, come first.
Very.
जोर से दिल खोल के हंसना, like like when you're amused मतलब कुछ funny हो जाता है and तुम जोर से हंसते हो, like that is called laughed heartily. Okay, looks like he found a snack. Okay, Laksha sighed and smiled as she patted Bruno. Hey friend, enjoy. She returned back to the kitchen and this time she flipped the paratha carefully. What is carefully? सबको पता है. Everybody uses. लेकिन इसका मेरे को meaning बताओ. Okay. Arjun house. On my right, the girl who's sitting next to the teacher. Yes. You raised your hand, beta. In Arjun house. The child who's sitting next to the teacher. Okay.
ध्यान से
हाँ?
ध्यान से
ध्यान से. Yes, but इंग्लिश में कैसे बोलोगे? किसी को इंग्लिश में इसका मीनिंग. Do it carefully. Cautiously. You should know at least 2 or 3 words. So you can say be cautious, like be careful, be alert. Okay, so these kind of things. One more is left, and next time we can discuss the stories. I really want you to come up with the stories. Straight onto her plate. Onto. How will you use onto? Okay, Arjun house, last bench. Please come forward. Aja.
directly to
Directly, yes. And onto is सीधा plate में. Plate के ऊपर. When something is put on something, so that is like onto. So this is onto, idiomatic phrase. Okay, so this is how very easy to understand. So many phrases. This is how we need you to write down some things. Everybody go home. This is your work, and everybody will do it. Very short, 30 to 40 words. Next time I want like a whole class coming and reading out the text. Okay, so have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this small story and you learned a lot of things. So you can use other phrases and stuff also, but I want you to use it. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day. Stay safe.